The night is getting old in Garsley Castle, and after some tutoring from Mariana, Jean has Ophelia under her spell.
You're really getting the hang of those hand movements, Jean. Am I? Yes. Very impressive.
Bit of an exaggeration.
How are you feeling, Ophelia?
I have this sudden urge to do unspeakable things to Jean.
Crikey, it's worked. All right, you can stop now, Feels.
No, I can't. I must have you now, Jean.
Mars, how'd you turn it off?
You can't, but it'll wear off after you've done the deed.
What? What deed?
Let's go to my chamber. I've got loads of hog ties.
You know that you can use those under your spell for non-carnal purposes. Not that I've ever bothered. Ask Ophelia what we did to Isabella. Don't think you've ever mentioned an Isabella. Who was she? Ophelia's sister? As in sisters like we are?
No, her actual sibling.
She was a nasty piece of work.
She tried to stake me through the heart and chop off my head.
Oh dear, was she religious then? Objected to you becoming a creature of the night?
It was back when we were children. Mother said she was just jealous.
I must say, she seemed extremely jealous when she broke in here and started demanding that I turned her as well.
It was an absolute pleasure to assist in taking her down a peg or two. I just can't quite remember how we did it. I've got a feeling it was something to do with toads. All right, I'll find out. Ophelia, before we... You know, although hopefully we don't actually have to do that, you will tell me everything about Isabella.
Isabella was my sister. She was born 2 years before me. At first she mostly slept and ate. Her first meal was milk from our mother. Her second meal was milk from our mother. Her third meal was milk from our mother. Her fourth...
Rephrase the question, Jean. We haven't got all night.
Ophelia, tell us what happened with Isabella after Griselda turned you.
Isabella was furious when she found out that I'd been turned and couldn't stand that I'd been given eternal life when she hadn't. She marched to the castle one night and demanded that Griselda turn her as well, threatening to come back while we slept and burn down the castle if she didn't. When Griselda refused, Isabella went into such a rage that we feared she might actually do it, so Mariana and I took matters into our own hands.
Yes, but what did we actually do? Ophelia, what did you actually do?
We rubbed a toad on her face to see if she got warts.
That's it. The way she screamed. And did she get warts?
No.
What a fascinating tale. I don't think it's entirely relevant here, though.
Ask her what we did next, Jean. Ophelia, what did you do next?
Next we retired to our coffins to wait for nightfall. I dreamed of dolphins. Then I dreamed of cabbages. Then I dreamed of...
Please try to be more specific, Jean. She'll waffle on indefinitely otherwise.
Ophelia, what did you do next with Isabella?
We blindfolded her and restrained her in a large corset, then intermittently tickled and stabbed her. Then we got hungry and drained all her blood.
What do you think?
I'll admit that does seem to be a solid plan. It would cause him discomfort and humiliation, but would still leave us with the moral high ground.
Moral high ground naturally being the thing us creatures of the night are most bothered about.
There's nothing wrong with having principles, Mariana. I do have one question, though.
What's that?
Where did you get a large corset?
Did I hear rain?
It was one of mine, wasn't it?
The wind has definitely picked up.
Don't tell me it was the one with the roses that fit me better than any corset I've worn before or since, which simply vanished one day.
We should wrap up warm before we go out. Sounds vile out there.
The one that you promised you'd keep an eye out for.
I think there might be a few umbrellas left in English Heritage's gift shop.
Mariana!
All right, fine. It probably was that one.
Probably?
I couldn't actually remember which one it was. I was hardly going to dig Isabella up to find out, was I?
You buried her in it. That was my favourite corset.
You're better off without it. Without any of them, for that matter. Corsets are vile, restrictive things.
She has a point there, Glizzy.
Keep out of this, Jean. You are the last person to comment on corsets.
That's because Jean doesn't need a corset. She's perfect.
I really wish she'd snap out of it, Mars. She's freaking me out.
I don't think she's going to for a while. You've got a real talent for this, Jean.
Jean's got so many talents. Let's go to my chamber.
Let's not.
Then where do you suggest?
Why don't you command her to do something for you, Jean?
But I don't really want to, you know.
Then tell her to go and fetch something.
Good idea. Tell her to go and get some garlic and remind her to wear gloves.
Ophelia, go and fetch some garlic for Griselda. And don't forget to wear gloves.
Your nails are looking really nice, Mars.
Thank you. Looks like your holdover Ophelia's worn off.
Thank badness for that.
Shame you didn't get a chance to have your wicked way with her.
That's actually fine with me, Mars.
And with me, we don't have time for shenanigans. We need to get to Antonio's.
Patience, Griselda.
I am being patient.
You don't sound very patient.
Well, I've been waiting all bloody night while you all faff about. Dawn is now just around the corner and time is running out.
Don't worry, Gliz, we've still got time.
To get there and back before sunrise?
Oh, I'd forgotten about the return journey.
I'm ready.
Finally.
Let's go take our revenge.
I'm ready too. This is so exciting.
The next bus will be at our stop in 10 minutes.
Ladies, this is a momentous night I never dreamed would happen. We are no longer shackled within these walls, and both Antonio and my stolen fortune are within our grasp at last. Whatever may befall us before dawn, I am proud to call you all my sisters. To the bus!
What was that?
Was that someone knocking on our door?
Was that someone knocking on the door? Will our girls finally leave for Antonio's? And is my street jacket a little too tight? Perhaps we will learn next time.